is Paul. Yes. Now, I just wanted to know what the world's paying for their fresh water. Yeah. Because I would say that are obstructing me from manufacturing fresh water, increasing the world's water supply by 20%. Yes, adding 2 trillion gallons a year. Is obstructing me from making $90 billion a year just in the fresh water. Yeah. Then there's the electricity that the steam generator makes. Yes, that offsets, right, the cost of the use of the HHO gas. Well, the steam at those temperatures, yes, is produced. Well, you can make it up to 3,000 degrees. So you just heat up a piece of metal, yes, using that welder. Slight variation of it, yes. And instead of using flash vapor at 140 degrees Fahrenheit, let's say that was 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit, and you were dumping salt water on it. When I told you I was a trillionaire, you thought I was full of shit. Well, I get the electricity, though I do make agreements from those that do buy the water from me. See, the deal is if you buy the HHO gas generator that does the desalinating and the steam generation, yes, that 5 cents a gallon, we look at the amount of electricity that's produced when you cool down the steam from 2,400 degrees, yes, to drinking water temperature. Poop. Now, I know there's going to be quite a bit of electricity produced through those steam generators. Yes. And after we pay the cost of heating up that piece of metal to desalinate the water, yes, I negotiate with each and every nation the amount of money they're going to get in the electricity that they're able to sell to the electric grid. Some nations that are really nice, they won't end up having to pay for the water at all. The electricity will pay for it. Oh, now I still get 5 cents a gallon. And I agree that I receive less of the actual amount of electricity, right, as a percentage because I get a percentage of all the electricity that's manufactured. Yes. Now, let's say you're one of these dickhead nations that happens to not be in the Middle East or anywhere near the equator. Maybe you're in Germany. I might say, I'm sorry, but I get all the electricity because it's my intellectual property. Poop. Now, when you're talking about making approximately $90 billion a year just in fresh water sales, yeah, and then you look at the electricity, there might be a few, well, might be 40 or $50 billion in electricity produced. Yes, yes. It's maybe 120, $130 billion a year. Then there's the salt. Who is it that gets all the salt that's manufactured from the desalination process? Now, a lot of nations they were thinking, no, we like that, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I would sell it. I would sell it to you. 2,400 degree Fahrenheit desalinated water that has gone through a steam generator. The salt is of such pure quality. I might be worth 150 to $200 billion a year. Now, if you really added it up, okay, $200 billion a year, 5 years is $1 trillion. As I said, no, he didn't. Yeah. As soon as I replenish the world's water supply, approximately 20 years from now, 40 trillion gallons of fresh water desalinated using my innovations. I know every 5 years is another $1 trillion, and you multiply that by four, it's $4 trillion in 20 years. That's right. Now, that $4 trillion is not inclusive of the actual use of the salt that will be. Now, let's say you're sitting there. If you are, you're saying, we're going to obstruct his rights. We're not going to allow him to introduce this to the world so as to increase the world's freshwater supply by 20% because you're obstructing my right to earn $4 trillion over the next 20 years because you said.